What's up, you guys? It's Aiden, the Thrill Seeker here, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. As most of you will know, the 2025 theme park season has officially come to an end, which is very unfortunate. So, yeah, it is a bit sad, but, don't worry, theme parks will be reopening on February and March. I'm quite excited, and, I'm going to be sharing my honest review on what happening at UK theme parks this year, such as Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, Chessington World of Adventures, Paultons Park, and Legoland Windsor. And it is going to be. You might find some things quite very surprising because I'm like I said, I'm going to be rating theme parks out of 10. So let's start off with my local park, Paultons, and so Paultons has been very solid and helpful this year because as some of you will know, Ghostly Manor, which was new for this year, which was very good, and I've also heard it was voted best theme park of the year for this year apparently because mainly due to the best dark ride in the UK, like Ghostly Manor, it was voted best dark ride for this year. I'm sorry, I've lost my lines. Anyways, another thing that I'm very happy about is that Dracon's now complete. You did see my Valgard update on the short section of the channel, and yeah, I'm quite happy to see Dracon is complete. And another thing I forgot to mention in my short that all we're waiting for now from Dracon is those trains, which isn't set to be delivered until January time. So yeah, hopefully we should be able to see them soon. And I'd give Paultons a 10 out of 10 because it always impresses me. It does not disappoint me like at all. It always has solid operations, no breakdowns. Well, except from Cyclonator, that does have a few breakdowns, but it doesn't break down for just so long. It only breaks down for about 5 or 10 minutes. But like I said, never usually any breakdowns. I give Paultons a 10 out of 10, which is very impressive. Paultons, if you're watching this, then I'm very impressed by you guys. I'm so proud. And now over to Legoland Windsor. Not very much to say about that park. That also had very solid operations. And one thing I wasn't very impressed about, that it was literally packed. While we were following the cars into the car park, we saw a sign that said Legoland is sold out, pre-booked tickets only. And that meant, oh my god, that does not look good. And it wasn't. It was 99% busy when I looked at the crowd counter the day after. So yeah. So I'd give Legoland maybe 9 out of 10. The reason for it being below Paultons Park is because it was very busy when I went. And another thing I found very impressive, that the dragon was disco themed, where everything was like disco-y kind of thing. And one thing I do find weird that Legoland used for Brick or Treat, as you know, I did do a vlog a month ago, that they used the Jewel soundtrack from Alton Towers, weirdly enough. I'm not sure if that's allowed, but I think Alton Towers did give Legoland permission to use that, since Jewel is now Curse at Alton Manor now, which I do find it quite weird and random, but it was a good call by Alton Towers because I don't think they need that anymore. And now over to Chessington World of Adventures. Like Legoland, there wasn't very much to say about Chessington. It was quite busy at Chessington, but less busier than Legoland, but because it was quite reasonable. And my honest review on Mandrill Mayhem, it is fantastic. I love that ride. Now my top favourite coaster at Chessington, it comfortably sits in my top 10. And yeah, what else? And hang on, one unfortunate thing from Chessington is hang on, is that Vampire, the classic aerodynamic suspended swing coaster, closed for the last few weeks of the season, which is quite unfortunate. It's because it is sinking. The rumours were true. It is truly sinking. So it's because it's so old, and I do have a feeling it's going to be needing the Nemesis Reborn kind of treatment. Retrack. What new name could we be seeing? Vampire Reborn? Nah, we can't be. Anyways, sorry, gone off topic. So I do have a feeling that Vampire does need some major TLCs soon, so I'm gonna rank it into the same place as maybe Legoland, 9 out of 10. So I'm giving Chessington a 9 out of 10 because Vampire did sadly close on the last few weeks of the season, and now over to Alton Towers and Thorpe Park, which are now left on this list. And some people have been asking me, has it been the worst year for Alton Towers and Thorpe Park? Good question, I'll tell you. Well, let's start off with Thorpe Park. I think it's probably been the worst year for Thorpe Park because they had a very bumpy start to the year. Ride breakdowns, poor ride availability, power cuts. It was a very bumpy start to the season, in my opinion. But has it been the worst year for Stealth, their Intamin hydraulic launch coaster? Well, I'd say I give it a yes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it a yes because it had a lot of downtime this year because as most of you all know, hydraulic launches have now become a dying breed. For example, Kingda Ka at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey did close because it was costing too much to maintain and run. So I have a feeling that Stealth will be gone possibly in the next few years. I have heard it has new trains, so it's safe for now. So I am a bit worried that Stealth will be gone soon. And now over to finally Alton Towers. Now I'm sorry, hang on. Quickly go back to Thorpe Park. I'm gonna give Thorpe Park maybe I'll give it a 6 out of 10 because when I went on April for my first visit of the year to Thorpe Park, it was very quiet because there was Bank Holiday Monday and was blockout dates for some pass holders, and they were literally very reasonable queues. So I was quite proud of that. So 6 out of 10 to Thorpe Park. Now finally over to Alton Towers. Now, like Stealth, sorry, hang on. I think I give Alton Towers maybe I give it a 7 out of 10 because when I went on during the summer, it was like very, very quiet because it was I don't know why it was quiet because maybe it was because of like maybe low capacity or something. I'm not sure, but I'm assuming it could be that. Anyways, every ride literally had no queue. Well, not every ride, but most of the rides had no queues. All rides in Forbidden Valley literally had no queues. For example, Nemesis Reborn constantly had a 5-minute wait. Like I said, no queue, and I had so much fun just like laughing it over and over. It was so good. And we cannot forget my first ride on Toxicator. It was very amazing. I can't wait to ride on it next year. And speaking of Alton Towers, keep an eye out for a video of me ranking all rides at Alton Towers from worst to best. And another thing, like Stealth at Alton Towers, not Stealth at Alton Towers, Stealth at Thorpe Park. And has it also been the worst year for Rita? Well, that has had constant downtime as well, constantly opening and closing. Back in May, it was only closed for a few weeks, and then it reopened, and then next it was dead again, and then it was once again closed for nearly 2 months, but now it's back open and it's managed to get through the rest of the season. And some people have also been asking me, is Rita closing? Well, I can assume not. I don't even think it's going to be going this next year, because Merlin just don't have the money to replace Rita right now. So I'm assuming that Rita could be sticking around for a few more seasons. And yeah, I give Alton Towers a 7 out of 10 because when I went on summer, no queues, and when I went on fireworks, it was unreal. The Alton Towers AI fireworks themed one, that was phenomenal, I gotta say. And sorry there wasn't any walkthroughs. I did say there was going to be some in my post page, but I was just having too much fun, and also it was quite packed. And let me tell you, getting over to Forbidden Valley from the front lawn on Tower Street, it was an absolute nightmare. Honestly, crowds everywhere. They were bumping into me. To be honest, it was a nightmare. So yeah, I did enjoy the fireworks, but I just don't. My least favorite part is that I was me trying to get to Forbidden Valley through the crowds, and just trying to make the most of it for the rest of the night. So, yeah. And one unfortunate thing I did is that I actually missed out on two of my favorites because it was quite busy that day. I ended up missing out on Rita and Wicker Man because it was, like I said, it was very busy, which is quite unfortunate. So hopefully I should be able to get on Wicker Man and Rita more next year. So if the queues are very reasonable and no longer than 50 miles per hour. The reason why I missed out Rita is because it was closed when I entered Dark Forest on the Sky Ride. Like, it was currently broken down. And as for Wicker Man, well, it was just too busy and there wasn't enough time in a day. So I just it's a bit unfortunate, really. And yeah, I think that's just about it. Like I said, Alton Towers 7 out of 10. So yeah, that's about it for this video. So if you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you enjoyed, and make sure to leave me a comment on what you think of the 2025 theme park season. And peace.